November 2nd is a very important day with a big announcement we need to pay attention to. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, November 2nd is a very important day with an incredibly important announcement that is going to shape the future of this country, this economy, and a whole host of other things going forward. Therefore, this announcement coming out on November 2nd is going to be incredibly important. It's highly anticipated and it is going to impact literally every single American in some degree. Therefore, we need to pay attention to this one very closely and see what it means going forward, because this is actually going to impact the economy in a huge way, and it's going to impact each and every one of us again in a huge way. Let's get into it and talk through all the details and the big announcement that will be coming out on November 2nd. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. I am your one and only daily advocate. I'm watching all this new information hitting the wire every single day, doing all the necessary research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on right now, as things are changing very rapidly. And like I said, I'm watching big announcements just like this one that I'm going to talk about here in this video, as well as all of these other announcements coming out of the administration and the president, lawmakers in Congress, and everything that Congress is currently working on with the bills and packages, proposals and amendments, money, checks, raises to benefits, reform, programs, so many other things that are going on right now. A lot of things are changing, and I want to make sure that you know about everything going on, you're staying updated with everything going on, and of course, you're grabbing your share of anything that may be popping up right now that you can possibly take advantage of. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and please remember, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. I'm right by your side every single day. That's my dedication. That's my commitment, and as always, I'm sticking to it. All right, let's get into it and talk about November 2nd and the big announcement coming out on this day. All right, so November is a very busy month, and this is just another big announcement we need to add to the list on this month. Now, let me break this down for you, because this is something we certainly need to pay attention to, and unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it, okay? There's nothing we can do about it. We are at the mercy of this announcement, which is honestly kind of sad. I mean, seriously, there's nothing we can do about it. I don't like being put in this position where we're basically, something's being announced, something's happening, and there's nothing we can do about it. But here's what's happening. On November 2nd, the Federal Reserve will be wrapping up their two-day FOMC meeting. Now, this is the meeting that they're going to be having since their last meeting in late September. Now, why is this meeting so important, and what can we anticipate out of this meeting? Now, here's the thing. The Federal Reserve is coming forward trying to bring down this inflation. Are they doing anything about it? Well, let's just talk about that for a second. Now, here's the thing. They're raising interest rates very aggressively over their last three meetings. In September, July, and June, they raised interest rates by 75 basis points all three of those meetings. It's anticipated they're going to raise interest rates another 75 basis points again this meeting, possibly even 100 basis points this meeting alone. Okay? This is very important because this is raising the cost of borrowing money. Now, not only is it raising the cost of borrowing money for us, all of us consumers, as in any balances that you're carrying on a credit card, again, it's costing more because interest rates on credit cards are going up. If you're trying to lock in a mortgage, good luck. Mortgage rates are very high right now. They're going up very much right now. In fact, these are the highest interest rates we've seen on mortgages since when? 2007, right before the major crash in the real estate market that took down everything in its path. Do you remember that one? 2007, 2008, 2009. It was an ugly situation. Major economic contraction, okay? And it was all because of the real estate market. Who says we can't see that again? We absolutely can see that again, okay? We're seeing a lot of different things unfolding right now. We're seeing this economy unraveling right before our very eyes, and it's all self-inflicted by the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is jacking up interest rates very rapidly right now, and it is bringing down everything in its path, right? It's like a big old pretty forest standing there, and a bunch of big 150 mile per hour straight line winds are whipping through, knocking down every tree in its path. Sad, but that's truly what's happening. I mean, seriously, it's like the same analogy that's actually happening right now. And the economy is the factor that's actually being hit right now with what the Federal Reserve is doing. So The Federal Reserve will be wrapping up their 2-day FOMC meeting on November 2nd. As a result of that, we're going to be seeing an announcement out of the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, and it's likely going to be another 75 basis point rate hike. This is going to be ugly for the economy. This is going to be a bad, bad, bad situation, right? This is the wrong recipe, right? We're trying to make cookies and we're making, I don't know, what's bad, right? I honestly don't even know what a bad analogy would be, but we're trying to make something sweet here and it's not working out, okay? So it's going to be a bad situation. Now, this is going to give us a better trajectory as far as what the economy is going to do. And again, like I said, it is going to give us a trajectory of this entire country for years to come. This is not going to be something that's going to be impactful for like 3 days or 3 seconds. This is going to be impactful for a very long time. When the economy falls into a deep, hard, ugly recession, it takes years to come out of it. It's not like something that we flip a switch and all of a sudden tomorrow we wake up and it's all fine and dandy and we're all good to go and things like that. Nope, it takes a very long time. Look back to 2007, 2008, 2009, right? The crash started in 2007, the big fall came in 2008, and the bottom was pegged in early 2009. What happened then? It took a long time to try to bring things back. In fact, many people would actually argue right now that the economy almost never even came back from that major, major deep recession that we had back in 2007, 2008, right? Now again, we can look at a variety of different factors, but there was a lot of people that were struggling in a big way as a result of that recession for many, many, many years. However, one silver lining, and I just want to throw this out there because I do know that a lot of you here in the community are wondering about this, but yes, stimulus checks were distributed as a result of that recession. So $600 stimulus checks were distributed to almost everybody, and fixed income beneficiaries also got a highly focused $250 check in May of 2009 as well. So there were checks that did go out, stimulus checks that did go out, a couple of them actually during that time. So I guess if you're looking for the silver lining, if we go into this situation again, the likelihood of stimulus checks is very much higher, okay? I don't want to say it's a guarantee because I don't know if nothing's a guarantee virtually other than time going on. Other than that, the likelihood of checks is getting greater and greater. But when we wait for this announcement out of the Federal Reserve on November 2nd, we can anticipate they're going to raise interest rates yet again. They're going to further crush this economy. They're going to further make it harder for everybody going forward right now. And it's all in an effort to bring down inflation, which yet has not been working, right? Yeah, I know, right? I've been talking about this for a very long time now. The efforts out of the Federal Reserve have done nothing for inflation. It's done nothing. They're using the wrong recipe to try to fix it, right? They're using the wrong tool for the job, right? So, they're using the wrong thing here. So this is what they're doing right now, and they know full well, just as much as we do, that this is going to crush the economy, and they're okay with that. They're totally fine with that. In fact, the chairman of the Federal Reserve has said previously, a couple months ago, he indicated that raising rates at the pace that they are right now is going to make it more difficult for businesses and households. He made it very clear, this is going to make it tough. It's going to be tough going forward. Well, it is. It's going to get more tough, okay? So when they raise interest rates like this, it simply means that any kind of debt, so if you have a credit card and you have a balance on it, the interest rate is going up. If you're trying to lock in a mortgage, again, interest rates will be going up. If you're trying to lock in a loan on an auto loan, interest rates will be going up. If you have a personal loan with an adjustable rate, rates are going up. If you have an adjustable rate mortgage, I hope you don't, but if that's the case, rates are going up. If you have a home equity line of credit or anything like this that has an adjustable rate on it, rates are going up. In other words, it's going to cost more to borrow money. So this is going to crush the economy because people like us, consumers as well as businesses, we don't want to borrow money. When money gets expensive like this, virtually nobody wants to borrow it except for the people who have to borrow it in order to make ends meet. And unfortunately, that's the case right now for a lot of people. A lot of people have been opening new credit cards, and I continue to see it in all the reports. In fact, if you've been watching the videos for a while now, you've seen the videos I've been coming out talking about this. A lot of people are floating balances on credit cards. In fact, we're hitting record level credit card debt in this country. Almost $1 trillion of credit card debt in this country. That's sad, right? And credit card debt, we all know, holds about a 20% interest rate, give or take a little bit, but it's around 20%. That's a lot of interest to be paying, right? It'd be nice to be on the other side of that, collecting 20% interest like the banks do. They're smiling, right? But again, paying 20% interest is not a pretty picture. It takes a long time to get out of that. It takes a long time to pay that off. And it takes a very long time to try to get ahead when you're paying 20% interest. That's crazy, right? But the banks, like I said, they're pretty happy these days, right? They're collecting a lot of interest income, right? Anyway, this is the big announcement coming out on November 2nd. It's anticipated it's going to be another jumbo rate hike out of the Federal Reserve, another 75 basis points, possibly even 100 basis points, 1 full percentage point. That would not be good. So here's what I want to anticipate and what I want you to pay attention to. So on that day, of course, I'll bring you the information as we do get it out of the Federal Reserve, as it's coming out of the mouth of the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Of course, I'll be watching all that information closely, and I'll bring it to you in these short videos and break it all down for you, let you know what's going on that day. However, as we get the announcements as far as what they're going to do with interest rates, as well as the press conference out of the chairman of the Federal Reserve shortly thereafter, there's going to be a ton of volatility in the stock market. So if you're somebody who's maybe invested, or if you're looking to get invested, please be aware there's going to be a ton of volatility. There's going to be a lot of whipsaw action. Please be very aware of that, okay? Maybe there's some opportunity to get in. I don't know. I'm just saying. Usually on Fed Day like this, there's a lot of volatility. There's a lot of up and down action in the market. So please be aware of that. Please, be protected. And again, I'm not here to tell you what you should do. This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. But again, just letting you know, please be aware of that as well. And then again, going forward, it's going to be pretty impactful for a lot of people. Anyway, as the Fed continues to come out and crush the economy like this, if we have to look for some kind of silver lining, as the economy gets hammered right now, even though the politicians and the lawmakers and everybody like this is saying, oh no, we're good, all is fine and dandy, it's all, roses it's all fields full of daisies and butterflies, and we're all skipping around having a great, good old time. It's not that pretty of a picture. Even though that's a pretty nice picture to imagine, it's not that pretty. This economy is getting hammered right now, and the Federal Reserve knows exactly what they're doing, and they've made it very clear their intentions. They're going to hammer the economy. They told us that. We're going to hammer the economy. We're going to make it really tough for people, and that's what we have to do to bring this inflation down. But yet, it hasn't been working. They've been jacking up interest rates at the rate that they have since their June meeting. Has inflation come down that much? No, it has not come down that much, right? Inflation has only come down a teeny tiny bit for the headline number. When you dig into the report and look at inflation really under the hood, inflation really has not gone down. In fact, it's going up still. So they got a major problem ahead of them. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. This is a very, very important report. This is a highly anticipated report. A lot of people are going to be watching this one very closely, and it's going to impact all of us. Every way, shape, or form, we're all going to be impacted by this announcement. As interest rates go up, we're all going to be squeezed a little bit more. Just what we need right now, right? Just what we need to be squeezed a little bit more. Anyway, I'm here for you. Unlike Congress, I actually recognize that people are struggling right now. I'm here for you to bring you the hundreds of packages that are going out every single month right here on the channel to those of you here in the community through our amazing Amazon project. I'm doing cash drops all the time. We're doing big announcements. And again, please pay attention. There's going to be another big announcement coming soon. I can tell you that much. We're getting really close to some pretty key numbers here. And again, I can tell you there's going to be a pretty big announcement coming soon, and I'm super excited about it because I truly want to help you out in any way that I possibly can. Anyway, please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, have a good one, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the